Today's episode is brought to you by Babbel. Babbel is going to get you speaking all them languages. And today we're also brought to you by HelloFresh. HelloFresh is that good food delivered right to your home. Now let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Ghost and Crendor.
Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. Before our recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's up next Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning.
Yes, it is time.
Yes, it is time.
It is time for another episode.
I love that each week you're just so excited to be here.
That's true. Very excited. Very excited.
It is time. Yeah, it is. You're right.
Well, how are you doing?
You know how every once in a while I get in my cleaning mood?
Yep.
But this time it's not my house. It's like my life, bro.
Oh,
It's been
shit.
crazy. So my email clean, DMs clean, folders clean, computer work clean, going through taxes done.
Dang.
Getting my car washed and waxed and stuff done. I'm doing all the things, bro.
Hey,
And I'm feeling good about it. Went and worked out twice this weekend, feeling good. Done. Just, everything's coming up, Jesse. I'm in the zone at the moment. That will change rapidly. I know who
Yeah.
I am. But for the moment, I'm doing good. My one struggle is I watched some video where a guy said it's the something 75-day challenge.
What?
It's some stupid TikTok thing I saw
Okay.
where it's like a dude's like, this is the hardest thing you will ever do for your entire life. It's the something day challenge. I think it's supposed to be 75 days, but the entire thing is you have to drink a gallon of water every day for 75 days.
That sounds dumb.
And I was like, why? And he's like, dude, this is the number one weight loss trick. And I was like, well, shit. Well, it's no worse than if I were to take 85 pills. You know what I mean? So I figured, all right, I'll drink a bunch of water. Let's see what happens. All that happened is I have to pee all the time now. I'm in a constant state of peeing. There's not a moment that goes by. I'm on day 4 of drinking a gallon of water. Terrible choice. Worst thing I've ever done. But now I'm invested. Now I need to see what happens. So I'm going the distance, dude. I'm doing this. I have to drink. They didn't say I couldn't drink anything else. Just that I had to drink a gallon of water a day. So I am in there. And it made me realize that I was never drinking even remotely close to a gallon. I might have, 2 bottles of water a day. Maybe
Right.
a liter of water a day with other drinks. But
Right.
damn. It is an unpleasant situation. I will say, I do not like it at all. But I'm in. I'm doing it. It's happening.
Well, let's see here. Okay. So, it says, how much water should you drink in a day? The average is about 8 glasses of water a day.
What does it consider a glass? 6
8
ounces?
ounces.
8 ounces? Okay.
Yeah, 8 ounces of water. If you exercise and stuff, you add a couple more or something. But I don't think you need a gallon.
So that would 8 ounces a day would be, or 8 ounces 8 times a day would be 4 average bottles of water.
Yeah.
Roughly. Maybe 3.5 bottles of water.
Yeah. Pretty much, if you drink 2 big water bottle, 32 ounce things, and then you probably get the rest of your water from food or other things you drink like coffee and stuff.
Now I got to look up how much water is too much. Is there such a thing as too much? I know you can drown.
Yeah.
I know that's been a thing that could happen.
You can literally die from drinking too much water.
Right. Oh man, I bless the internet because everyone's crazy.
Right.
Some guy made a graphic that is how much bottled water would be in a gallon of water.
Mm-hmm.
And a normal 16.9 ounce, which is 500 milliliters of water, it's 8 of those is in a gallon. So I have to drink 8 bottles of water, which is I'm just literally going and buying like a gallon. I bought a gallon jug, and then I fill it with water. and it's, you know what? It's a thing, all right. So I'm trying not to just waste plastic. But yeah, it's an unpleasant experience. I try to get it out of the way as soon as possible. Like in the morning, I'm like, drink, Jesse, drink as much as you can.
I feel like that is the unhealthiest way to consume your water. Like, you're supposed to just drink it throughout the day.
I'm not drinking the whole thing in the morning. I'm just
okay.
I wake up and I start chugging because I read somewhere, and again, most of what I learn is probably internet BS, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I read somewhere, but I read somewhere that some doctor was like, look, if you're going to drink caffeine, don't drink it in the first 2 hours of waking up because of, you know, like the coming down off the caffeine will be worse if you wake up because your body's, you know, chemistry isn't all cooked up to full. So you got to wait and then drink the coffee. So in the morning, you're supposed to drink water. And so that's what I've been doing. That first, when I wake up, I have water like right next to my bed where I'm like, gulp, 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 gulp. And then I'm like, let's go. And then I, you know, take a shower, do my stuff. And then I go upstairs. I'm like, gulp, 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 water, more water. And then I come to the office and I'm like, coffee, coffee, coffee. And everything's good. And then I might have like a bottle or two of water here. Then I'll go home and jug, jug, dum, 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 right? And I'll drink. And I'm trying. And because they're like, yo, it'll make you full all the time, so you won't want to eat stuff. I'm like, that sounds like a good plan. It is. I'm definitely not hungry, but I am. My body sloshes. I go sloosh, 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 sloosh. I have so much water in me, I can feel it. It's crazy.
So, It's just
it's not good when someone goes, so,
this doesn't seem like a long-lasting plan.
No, yes. The thing is that the reason why I'm doing it is because the dude on TikTok was like, it's the hardest thing you'll ever do. And then it showed a compilation of people being like, I quit. I couldn't do it, bro. It was too hard. And now I'm like, how far can I go?
So you're just doing it to
I don't
test
expect
yourself.
to last 75 days. It seems like way too long. But I want to see personally how far I can get with it.
I see. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I will. Knowing me, I will give up somewhere around like day 15. I know who I am. I'll be like, yeah, you know what? I'm fine. I went far enough. I learned a lesson or two. I'm all right.
Yeah, let's see. This, I was looking up the coffee thing you said, and it says best time to drink coffee is like an hour after you wake up.
They said 2, but like an hour or 2, we can meet in the middle. Hour and a half. There you go. Hour 15, we'll say.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing that.
Do you drink coffee immediately when you wake up?
Oh, I get up. I kind of wake up a bit, and I'm like, lay in bed for like 20 minutes. Then I get up. Then I make my oatmeal, start making the coffee. It was probably like 40 minutes after I wake up. So, I mean, I don't know. It's not like right away. I'm like, ah. So
speaking of oatmeal, oh man, oh boy. I don't know what it's called. I got some weird ass granola graham something. It's like it's weird shapes, dude. It's like fiber granola. I can't even explain. I don't know. It's like weird. It's like weird shapes.
All right.
It's like I got it at one of those, like, it's not Whole Foods, but it's like fake Whole Foods. You know what I mean? The one that's like the cheaper version.
I see.
So I went to one of those and I saw, they have the whole section that's like granola and whatnot. And I like yogurt with a crunchy, like, feature. You know what I mean? So I like adding granola to it.
Yeah, I get that.
And so I found this thing that was like even healthier than granola. F your body up, bro. And I was like, yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. So I bought it, and it's got all sorts of weird stuff in it. I can't think of it. It's something granola. It has coconut granola, hemp seeds, something called zest, which I assume is a fruit zest. I don't know. It has chia seeds. It has like normal ass oats. And then it has something else, and I can't remember what it is. And then I add fruit, and then honey, and then yogurt.
Okay.
And I make it like a big mushy mix, and it's great.
Huh. See, they got the Kind healthy grains.
Kind's great. I actually have a bag of Kind. It's the chocolate one.
Okay.
And so sometimes I'll mix that. If it's like late at night, but I'm really hungry, I'm like, I gotta eat something, bro. I'll mix that with some yogurt, and it's like a good snack. Yeah. Or I'll eat it by itself. I have a lot of pineapple. You know, I realized I have a problem, dude. I love pineapple. Love it.
Right.
So in my fridge, I have chopped up pineapple. I also in the fridge have, I was at this, again, the same like fake ass not Whole Foods, like bootleg Whole Foods. And they had some brand of watermelon juice that I've never heard of before. But it's like mostly water. So it's more like watermelon water.
Right.
And it's pineapple and watermelon. I was like, oh, I gotta try it. So I bought a 6-pack of that. Delicious. Love it. So that's in the fridge. And then in my cupboard, I have freeze-dried pineapple, normal dried pineapple, and pineapple and apple leather, fruit leather. I have a problem. I realize this is probably not healthy. I love pineapple so much. And everyone's like, well, Jesse, you know, you got to cut. I'm like, no, look, this would have been candy or some shit before. Now I'm doing better. I'm doing better than I've ever done. So leave me alone. I'm gonna eat my damn pineapple. This could have been a cookie or something. So piss off.
Yeah, let him eat his pineapple.
Yeah, I'll take the pineapple chunks or whatever, the dried ones, and I'll mix it with that chocolate kind stuff, and that's like a nice snack. And I'll sit there and I watched what did I watch the other night? I watched some new movie that's a Guy Ritchie movie that's on Netflix. It is the most Guy Ritchie movie I've ever seen in my entire life. It's an insane film about marijuana dealers in London. Guy Ritchie made a movie called The Gentleman from 2019.
The Gentleman?
Matthew McConaughey is a American drug dealer who moved to the UK to sell marijuana to the UK. And then Hugh Grant is the second main character, and he plays a like sleazy reporter who's dug up all the information on Matthew McConaughey's character. And so the entire story is told via his perspective to one of McConaughey's associates. And it's, again, Guy Ritchie, so it's half present, half in the past, out of order.
Yeah.
There's like, oh, but I forgot to tell you this bit. And then it shows an entirely different scene of the exact same scene you watched. Or they just stop talking about the story altogether. There's one moment where they have a grill outside. Hugh Grant's character can't get over how this grill cooks meat and warms your feet at the same time. And so they make a steak and they eat a steak, and that's like part of the movie. And then they get back to the story.
All right, The Gentleman.
Mm-hmm. Give it a watch. It's insane.
All right, so when I'm drinking my gallon of water and eating my granola,
Yep,
make sure to watch The Gentleman. I was checking if it was on the watch party thing, but it's not.
Oh, yeah, no, that and another movie that's very similar to it, Bullet Train, are on Netflix right now. Most things that are weird are on Netflix right now. If you're looking for weird-ass movies, that's the place to go.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
That's too much hassle. We have to keep repeating what the timestamp was.
Yep. I was just doing a little, the old quick check here. No new Nick Cage movies either. Sad times.
Yeah.
They got
one day we'll get there.
Yeah, they'll update it soon. Oh, yeah, let me tell you about a fun thing I've been into.
Okay, yeah.
I've been watching yodeling.
I have so many questions. Why? For what purpose?
So, I was on YouTube. Do you remember, all right, back in the day, it was like years ago, there was that yodel man, his Takeo Ichi, right?
Whoa, that's not who I was thinking. I was thinking of Franz Lang. Was that the guy who says like that guy?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
That
guy.
I used to play all the time. That guy's great. I don't know who you're talking about.
So Takeo Ishi, he made the chicken yodeling song where he's like, and he's like,
chicken yodel.
Yeah.
Oh, I do know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I watched that because I was like, oh yeah, I remember that was a thing like years ago. It was like a big meme. And I was like, all right. And then I started just watching his other yodeling things. And I was like,
does he have a lot of yodeling things?
He's got a lot of yodeling things. In fact, he had a video of him yodeling in Germany in like 1987.
if you don't know who this is, listener, imagine a man who is just like a Japanese dude who is in lederhosen, but everything about his vibe, everything about every video, everything about the way he's filmed looks like a PBS or
Yes,
like any sort of
100%.
public broadcasting from the early 80s vibe.
Yeah.
It's like everything's shot beautifully, but also a little weird.
Yeah.
it's very funny.
And so there's a lot of like classic yodeling things. There's like the Got Talent yodelers, like Ukraine's Got Talent has Sofia Shudenko or something, and she's like a big yodeler person. There's probably like the America's Got Talent yodeler. There's like some TikTok kid yodeling in Walmart or something. There's like a whole bunch of yodelers. But Takeo Ishii has some absolute bangers, all right? And he
When you
released
say
one.
bangers, is this goofy bangers or what is this?
Like I've been listening to these like in the car. Like he made this song. It
Do you
is
have a link
called
for me?
Yes. In
I need
fact,
to hear this song.
I linked it to you. I linked it to you 5 days ago,
You did.
and I said
Oh
a
my
new
God, you did.
Takeo Ishii just dropped
Is this brand new 4 weeks ago?
4 weeks ago.
Oh, look at his sweet soul. He's so old now.
He is, but this song is an absolute banger.
Hold on. All right.
You gotta listen
Volume
to this.
up. Stop. This is what you're rolling. This is what you're rolling down the street too.
Yes. This is top tier.
I I have the best mental image right now of you and Toast going slow, rolling down the street, some sort of your windows down, just like slow rolling, checking out people on the sidewalk because it's
Well,
amazing.
it's mainly just when I'm driving. When she's in the car, she just plays her music.
Right. I mean, that's how marriages work. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but when I'm alone, I'm playing the yodel music. And then towards the end, he like really gets going. He like picks up the speed. He's like
Hold on,
power
I got it.
yodeling.
All right, towards the end. All right, going to the end. Let's
Yep.
go.
Go like 315.
Oh, damn, he is speeding up. Look at this man. Go. Go, my man. Go. Admittedly, your week has been much better than mine. I'm over here drinking water like an idiot, and you're rolling down the street like, yeah, I
That's
love
true. Well, except for the fact I keep tweaking my neck.
it. Well, you got to stop yodeling so hard, dude.
That's true. I'm actually convinced that when I do neck stretches, that's what makes my neck more susceptible to getting tweaked, essentially. Because I go to neck physical therapy, all right? I do my neck exercises, trying to strengthen my neck. I think it's good. But from all the research I've done on stretching like doesn't really do anything outside of making you more like flexible.
Just general stretching or neck stretching?
Just stretching in general. In fact, static stretching specifically. Dynamic stretching is good for like warming up. So dynamic stretching is like, you know how, when you're like bopping around, like you're like punching stuff and you're like going back and forth, and like that's kind of
Sure.
dynamic stretching, right? Where you're doing a motion over and over, like you're swinging a baseball bat. It's like taking practice swings. That gets the blood flowing to your muscles. But when you do static stretching, it's making you more susceptible to injury.
All right.
So, and the reason, at least from what I've read from everything, is that your muscles tighten for a reason. They tighten because they're trying to like protect you. Or like when you kick a ball, they need to like, your muscles need to be like compact, right? So that you're not like, bleh, and your legs going all over the place. And so when you do like stretching like that, especially static stretching, you're making the muscle kind of weaker and more elongated and relaxed, and it makes it more prone to being injured.
Can you give people an example of the two?
I mean, the dynamic stretching is like what I said, where you're like you're doing a repetitive motion over and over.
Which would be like what? Give us an example.
Okay, how do I describe a thing over the thing?
Just one stretch you would do. That's all. That's just trying to make it so everyone understands.
All right, so like, if you're gonna, let's say chest press, right? Let's say you're gonna chest press, and you're like, or bench press or whatever, and you like start you're going to do the motion of like pushing the bar out, right? And so what you would do is you'd like go forward and back over and over with your arms. So it's like you go out and then you come in and then you go out and then you go in. So you're kind of doing a motion back and forth. So it's essentially
so that when you actually do the bench press or whatever with the weight, your body's prepared for that is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
And it doesn't, cause any, problems for, it doesn't increase your injury rate. It's just warming up your muscles. And then, but if you were to like say, like static stretch, so you're like, oh, I'm going to bench press, and you like kind of do some stretches like, oh, and you like hold it for 60 seconds, and then you like go forward and you like hold it for 60 seconds. That's actually what's worse for you. If you do it after exercise, it's okay. But from what I've read and all this stuff, they're like, yeah, it's not great to do before you exercise. And a lot of people do stretch before they exercise.
But wouldn't a static stretch be better, like you wake up in the morning?
It depends what you're about to do.
Then you stretch. Well, I mean, if you're just about to go, like, take a shower and then go to work.
I mean, yeah, if you're not doing anything crazy, like, it's fine. But plus, everything I've researched, too, is, like, there's no real crazy benefits to stretching except flexibility. So if you just want to be flexible.
That's a pretty good benefit.
Well, it depends. Some people are already flexible.
Yeah, well, most people aren't, though. Those flexible people, screw them. They got it good. The rest of us are like, okay, here we go. Oh, boy.
Well, yeah, if you can't, like, touch your toes to tie your shoes, then stretching to do that is probably beneficial. So it depends, like, what your goals are going to be. But
there's also like neck stretch, like neck, like when people move their neck side to side or whatever.
Right.
That can get you too. Like you're not supposed to put your head all the way back.
Oh yeah. No, you're not. You're really not supposed to be like super forward or like all the way back. Like you're supposed to just be neutral. Big thing is just neutral, right?
Left, right, good. Forward, back, bad. Don't do that.
Yeah. No, it's so yeah, a lot of times it's like I've had things with my neck for a while, and that's why I do my neck physical therapy. But the main thing is just strengthening, because if your muscles are strong, you get injured less. My main point is that strength training is the primary thing that fixes a lot of issues, because most of the time you get injured because your muscles are weak, or like they're like overcompensating for other muscles. So like a lot of times you have really strong muscles from like sitting one way. So if you sit improperly, like your different muscles get stronger than others, and then they overcompensate, and then it causes pain. So that's why the main thing is trying to create balance again in the body. That's the fun and excitement of doing it. I mean, I will say, even though I like tweak my neck and like it hasn't been as bad as it was in the past. So that's been good. Cause like there's been times where like I woke up from sleeping, or like I don't know what I did, and I like can't even move. I'm just like, ugh. Like my whole neck is just like can't move this way, can't move that way. It just hurts. Can barely like lay down or do anything. But now, if I heard it, it's just kind of like annoying. I'm like, but I don't get like the bad movement stuff. So I guess the physical therapy is working, but it's still annoying.
I don't envy you. Every time you're like, I'm working out, doing good. Also, I'm falling apart at the moment.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We're all falling apart. Everybody's going to start getting these issues. Might be like, oh, my neck's fine. But if you're still sitting in a chair all day, if you're not moving a lot, if you're doing it, it's going to get you. Might not be for a while, but it'll get you.
It's just, welcome to the society we live in.
Yeah, especially with phones. Like everybody looking down at their phone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because people have to work in an office environment all day, and then you got to... then you go home and you're looking at your phone, you're looking at TV, and like, it's straining all those neck muscles. So that's my Crendor TED Talk about neck muscles.
There you go. I love that you just went off on neck muscles.
Yeah.
And it started because of yodeling.
Yeah.
That is the path. I just want to let everyone. The path we took to get here was yodeling.
Yeah. We made it seem like I'm crazy. I'm talking about like strengthening your neck. You're just like, yeah, huh? What? Okay. Like what?
I wanted to know what you were referring to when it came to muscles, and we started yodeling. That is the road that we walk every one of these episodes. We start at point A and end up at point F somehow. We skip all the other points. You're like, yeah, okay, that's what we got.
Hold on, make you pro to it. All right, I'm looking up this stretching thing. It says, can static stretching cause injury? Not only can static stretching decrease performance, but it can also leave an athlete more susceptible to injury. So yes.
I mean, you were right. I didn't say you were wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you see people at the gym and stuff, they're like, before they work out, they're like stretching and doing all that, but really, you shouldn't. You can do it after you work out, but that's, just a fun little tip. Just a fun little tip, throwing it out there. Keep everybody safe.
Okay. Yeah. That's what the show is for, tips.
It's all
Pro
about
tips about how to get physically fit. That's why people tune in to Cox and Crendor.
That's 100%. That's what I hear every time we do a show and meet people in person. They're just like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Crendor. It's because of your amazing tips. Like, don't stretch, that I am the man I am today.
But there's the thing. There's also like crazy shit where there's people like, well, why would I stretch if I don't want to become flexible? But those people that are like, well, it increases the range of motion. So if you have shortened muscles, then it helps increase that shortened muscle range. But if you do that without strengthening, then you're just making more prone to injuries. So technically, I guess you could, but then you would need stronger muscles while you're stretching. I don't know. There's like a bunch of crazy shit with muscles, man. It's wild.
Muscles are wild. That's the takeaway. It's wild.
Muscles are wild.
Muscles are wild.
So yeah, that and yodeling. That's about it.
What a crazy week you've had.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh yeah, we had Valentines Day.
How was that?
That was good. We made shrimp scampi.
Ooh, the food of love.
Yep, that's what they always say, shrimp scampi.
That's what they say. Shrimp scampi is the food of love.
Yep. And it was pretty good. It was actually really easy to make. So we made that. We had some champagne. And, we didn't go out. We just watched some movies and stuff. It was nice. Honestly, I think going out for Valentine's is overrated.
What was your Valentine's night movie? Was it romantic or was it like anime?
Oh, not anime. But... not anime.
Not anime.
I think we were... God, what did we watch? I know we watched a Disney movie. But that was towards later on. We watched...
What Disney movie was it? Do you know?
We watched Atlantis.
Ah, okay. I know what I think I remember that movie.
It's actually a good movie. It's the one where they go underwater and then he's like, the lost city of Atlantis is right over here. And then they're like, all right. And then he has like the whole team that goes with him. And then they find Atlantis and the guy's just like, yeah, I'm going to take this place over. And then they're like, you're crazy, dude. And he's like, maybe I am. And then they like fight him off and then Atlantis is saved.
Is that how the movie goes?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much that. Pretty solid though. I like that movie. And then we also watched Mulan. Watched Mulan again. That was fun. Yeah, it was pretty good. We also had QVC on in the background for a while. Great background noise.
How romantic. How romantic of you.
Yes. What did you do?
I'm gonna let you know. I don't remember. I didn't do anything. But right. I don't remember what day was that? Tuesday? I don't remember what I did that day, but it was I remember.
All right, great.
That's why I blocked it out. We were working on a video for the YouTube channel, and Mari and I had to go through it and like figure out what we were keeping and what we were getting rid of. And I was at the office till very late doing that. Yep.
Now that's romantic.
Yeah, it was super romantic. We sat there and he was, like, you could tell he was tired. He was like worn out. And here's the reason why, because he was like, hey, can I have tomorrow off? And I was like, we need to go through this video, dude. And he's like, well, we can do it today. I'm like, okay. And so that's what we did. Also, he could have tomorrow off. That's why I'm the best boss ever. So he could have tomorrow off, in this case, Wednesday. I stayed here late to go through all that stuff with him. So
on Valentine's Day.
Who was I going to spend it with? I had nothing going on.
Yeah, no.
So I was like, all right, sure. But that's what we did. Yeah, that's my Valentine.
Yeah.
I was like, what did I do? I blocked that out because it sucked. I hate going through like long editing clips of stuff. Oh, it's the worst. So
that's the thing with Valentine's Day is like, it's either, well, there's like numerous tiers of Valentine's Day. Because back in the day, when I was single, I'd be like, this is a stupid Hallmark holiday for idiots and whatever. But then when you're in a relationship, you're like, all right, as long as it's not like crazy. Like there's some people where it's like, this is Valentine's Day, we have to go all out, right? Like that's dumb. But you know, you just use it as a day to be like, let's just like chill out and like hang out together, right? Like I feel like it's fine to do that. You don't have to like, you know, go crazy and buy a bunch of stuff. You don't have to go out to a fancy dinner. I mean, you can just be like, hey, let's like cook stuff and watch movies and, you know, like kind of like a at-home date, right? And you can use it for something like that. I think that's the best way to go about it.
I would agree. I think having that knowledge of what your partner likes or doesn't like and what you want to do together is part of it, right?
Yeah.
And it also lets you see what your partner values.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times where you see videos of people online who are like, this Valentine's Day sucked because I didn't get like jewelry. Like, damn, okay. All right, then I didn't know you were like that.
Yeah, there's some people like, oh my God, I forgot. I was in Target and this one girl was talking to this guy and she was like, yeah, I wish I got flowers. After all the guys I've dated, none of them got me flowers.
I gotta be honest. I feel like flowers is the literal least you can do.
That does seem like the least you could do, yeah.
It just seems, I keep thinking like, I could easily just get you flowers. Like, happy Valentine's Day. I was thinking about you and I bought these flowers. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to think about other people. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It's really not. It always shocks me how there's like people that are so oblivious to it. I don't know if I mentioned it here, but there's like that commercial where I was like on the radio and there's like, fellas, do you want to get her a thoughtful gift? And then it's like a clip of her opening something and she's like, a new juicer, this sucks. And then they're like, fellas, get her something she wants. Get her diamonds. And I was like, what? Like, she might not even want diamonds. This is like the most...
I have heard this commercial, dude. It sucks.
Yeah. And I'm just like, this is like the least thoughtful thing. It's just like, oh man, I don't know how to think. What do I buy? It's like, diamonds, that's thoughtful. It's like, no, that's just, oh, this is thoughtful because it's expensive. That's all it is. It's like, no. Like, just
it's a little bit like bribery. You know what? It's like,
bit,
I give you diamonds, you give me a little something. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's extremely not unless she like mentions like, oh, I really want this diamond thing, but I guarantee most people aren't doing that. So it's just, I hate that commercial. To me, when she's like, a new juicer, this sucks. So I'm like, oh, this commercial again, this sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if you got her a vacuum cleaner, that's a lame gift.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Unless
if she's into juice and stuff, get her that. If she wants to juice, get her the juicer. That's a nice gift.
Yeah, but maybe she wants a vacuum cleaner. Maybe she's like, oh man, I really could use a new vacuum cleaner. It'd be great if I got one.
Good point. Great point.
It just it depends. It's all about just listening. Imagine listening and communication.
All I'm saying is, nearly every woman that I've talked to about this, they're like, one of the hottest things I've ever seen a man do is the dishes. All I'm saying is, sometimes women are just as simple as men. It's not, you just gotta like take care of them and like treat them okay, and you're fine. It's like, don't be a dick. That's the moral. It's like, okay, yeah, I thought of you at the last minute, so I went to the jewelry store and bought you something expensive, so no matter what you got me, I win.
Yeah, no, it's surprising how many of those people there are.
Yeah. And if you want to buy someone jewelry, do it, but also What are you gonna do next year? Just keep buying jewelry?
Yeah, probably.
You went to the furthest extreme. Like, there's no creativity there. So next year, when you're like, I made you a macaroni card, well, now she's gonna be pissed off that you didn't get her more jewelry.
Yeah.
You set a dangerous precedent, my friend.
So yeah, we did that, and then and then I edited a pointless top 10 yesterday. So we got a new pointless top 10 food vendors.
I saw you tweet about that.
Yeah, so that's a fun one. There's some interesting food vendors out there. So that's been my week.
It's a hell of a week.
Yeah.
Hell of a week.
Hell of a week.
Well, you know what else is
A hell of a week.
oh boy. This is hell of a good deal. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
That's close enough. HelloFresh is the best way to get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. It's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Look, all you gotta know is both Crendor and I have used HelloFresh. It's so easy to use that even I can cook with it and make something that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I made this.
Very true.
It doesn't matter what it is, anything from like steak and potatoes with béarnaise sauce to falafel power bowls or Southwest pork and bean burritos. I actually love the burritos they have. Plus, you can decide what you want to put in it, right? Because you know when you're cooking, you get to decide what you're using really at the end of the day. So yeah, they give you a recipe. There's a bunch of ingredients, but you can decide. You can pick and choose. And because you're the one ordering what you want, from fit and wholesome to veggie or family friendly or, extra easy to make, you can decide where the baseline is, and then you can go from there. HelloFresh has all these robust flavors and filling portions, and you can get fast ones that are ready like 15 minutes and other ones that are maybe 30, but it's not long. You're not spending all day cooking. You'll get quality ingredients, HelloFresh recipes. It's all farm to table to home. You know what I mean? Less than 7 days from when they get it to when it gets to you. All you got to do, if you want to get in on the HelloFresh train, is go to HelloFresh.com/Cox65 and use code Cox65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Go to, again, HelloFresh.com/Cox65 and use code Cox65. That is why HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. Also today we're brought to you by Babbel. Babbel is so excited about all the opportunities you're going to have this year. It is just February. There's a whole year ahead of us. Think about all the new exploration and travels and experiences you're going to have, all the new job skills you might pick up. One of the best things you can use for all of those is learning a new language, and Babbel is the learning app that makes it so much easier to do that. They've sold over 10 million subscriptions thanks to Babbel's addictively fun and easy bite-sized language lessons. You can feel confident no matter where the new year takes you. Babbel is the way I'm getting in touch again with the Spanish language courses that I took as a kid in 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, in college, right? And let me tell you, I there was a time I could speak it fluently. That it is a mistake to think I can do it now. But the thing is, I can remember it, I can read it, I can understand it. Now I'm getting back into speaking it again. And that's the key. It's having conversations with people. With Babbel, you only need 10 minutes to complete a lesson. So you can start having real life conversations in a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Other language learning apps use AI for their lesson plans, but Babbel has 150 language experts, and it's voiced by real native speakers, not computers. With Babbel, you can learn 14 different languages. We're talking Spanish, French, German, the big uns. And you can learn them with podcasts or games, videos, stories, even live classes. And it all comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. So start your language learning journey today at Babbel. Right now, get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/Cox. That's Babbel, BABBEL.com/Cox for up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life. All right, Crendor, let's go to Trump. Crendor, how's that Trump out there?
Oh, traffic. It is trafficy yet again. I don't know if trafficy is even a word, but I think I've used it like 50 times in this segment. You got cars backing up, you got some planes, you got some automobiles, you got the yodelers. These people are getting kind of mad at the yodelers because they're just yodeling out of their car doors, and some people not a big fan of the yodeling, which I don't understand. I think yodeling, fantastic art form, fantastic music, but some people just don't get it. Back to you.
Thanks, Crendor. Yeah, I feel like at this point you said trafficky so much it must become a word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when people make up slang.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a word and it gets put in a dictionary. I say Webster should reach out.
This dictionary.com says trafficky is a word.
Well, there you go. See?
Yeah. And that's dictionary.com.
That's a website on the internet.
Yeah. So it's definitely a word.
All right, hell yeah. Okay, well, what is going on in weather?
Ooh, weather. We got a weather request for Freising in Bavaria, Germany. Home of the oldest brewery in the world, Weihenstephan. Founded in 1040, still active, and since 1865 you can study brewing beer there. They also said the only weird part about the sauna story was Crendor going in non-nude in the sauna with headphones on. Listen, sometimes I just want to go in for a couple minutes, get the heat, and then leave. All right? That's it. Sometimes I don't want the full-on, 20-minute sauna. But here we go.
Everyone's right. Everyone's right to get after you.
I mean, sure, I'll take it. Honestly, I should have been naked in there.
So what is this? Weihenstephan is the name of it? WEI, I assume.
Weihenstephaner is the beer, but the place is called Freising. Freising, Freising, Germany.
Probably Friesing?
Probably Freising.
Yeah. Freezing sounds good.
Yeah, Freising, Germany.
Freezing, Germany.
Feels like 38 degrees, got a high of 55, low of 36 degrees Fahrenheit, humidity 78%, pressure 30.37 inches, visibility 10 miles, winds 11 miles an hour. You got a 38 on the dew point, a 0 of 10 on the UV index, and a new moon phase. Sunrise 7:11 a.m. Dude, 7:11. Sun sets at 5:41 p.m. Looking at the 10-day, 55 on Monday, 10 to 20 mile an hour winds. Tuesday, 57, mostly sunny. Wednesday, 54, cloudy. Thursday, light rain, 51. Friday, 46 with showers. Saturday, 42 with rain and snow. Sunday, 40 with rain and snow. And Monday, 40 with rain and snow.
I gotta be honest, I love Germany. I'm looking at all the restaurants here. Everything's a brew pub. I found one place that is a bamboo sushi kitchen, but everything else I'm looking at. Oh, I found one pizza place finally. Everything else is a brew pub, and I'm gonna let you know, love it. When I was in Cologne, my goodness, I couldn't find a piece of greenery anywhere. I had to go eat at the convention center to get a salad. Everywhere else I went, it was bread and sausage and beer. And I'm not going to lie, loved it for the first few days. It was the best. I was like living my life. By day 5, I was like, I just need something green. Anything green.
Yeah,
I got the biggest salad they had and was like, oh, yeah. I've never craved a salad in my life until I was in Germany.
What about the Weissbrau? They got no, I don't see any green. There's a cucumber. There's a polar bear in a tuxedo.
Yeah, everything else is like, I'm looking at this one restaurant, 5 stars. It's a brew pub. The first thing I see on the menu is chicken covered in gravy with potato and then another potato and then cabbage, but the cabbage is pure white. There's a little green on it. And there's another one. Oh, you know what? I found a place. It has a salad. But I just want to show you this image because it is exactly what my experience was in Germany.
All right.
Love Germany, but this is my experience completely. It was 2 giant pieces of meat, deep fried, potatoes, little baby salad. Giant beers. Massive beers.
Oh, yeah. This is the place I was looking at. It's got the polar bear. If you go down.
I'm looking at this other one. It's two big bowls of, oh man, this, if you scroll down, there's one that's like two big vats. One is of potatoes and various cabbage, and one is just meats. And I'll be honest, that is right up my alley, dude. I am here for that.
Oh yeah, I actually had a bratwurst tonight. That's
oh
pretty
man,
good.
I need to go
get
get some bratwurst. That needs to be in my life.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the brat, the sauerkraut.
There's another one. It's not sauerkraut. It's the one that's like the purple one, but it has like a sweeter taste to it.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's in some of these images. It's not sauerkraut. I'm sure someone will tell us. It
Probably.
it tastes like almost cinnamony. Oh, it's delicious, dude. Oh, it's so good.
This says it's just red cabbage sauerkraut.
Oh, there's something special. I don't know what it is. It has a different name. But man, do I love it. There used to be a German restaurant. My parents used to live in Kentucky. There was a German restaurant very, very close to them. And anytime we would go there, it was amazing because it was so like Kentucky German. It was, it was kind of like goofy, a little like the restaurant itself on the inside felt like just someone who kept all their tchotchkes from Germany. Just like a bunch of random crap everywhere. And and it could only sit, I don't know, maybe like 20 people total, so it was always packed. And the food was delicious. But I would never get sauerkraut there. I'd always get the other thing that was the purple cabbage. That was like, I don't know, man. It had a different taste. It was so good. Like I love sauerkraut, but it was something different, and I loved it.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. The only thing we have close to us that's like that is Wurstkirsch. There's one like down the road a little bit. And it's like a sausage place that makes their own sausage, and you get all sorts of sides, and they have like 80 types of mustard. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
It's great. And they have like truffle fries, and when you go in there, the restaurant's actually one giant kind of like picnic table. It's like a bit, and then there's all the beer on the wall. Oh, it's lovely. It's a great place to go hang out.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That's what I'm saying. Come to come to LA again eventually.
Yeah. And eat some
hang out
sausages.
There. Yeah. Like things you could get in Chicago, but in LA.
Yeah.
No.
And that's the weather.
Okay, let's talk sports.
Sports. Welcome to the sports desk. Here we are. Sports. Right now, the NBA All-Star game's going on. Cool. Over in the NHL, we've got the Bruins in first, the Hurricanes in first, the Stars in first, and the Golden Knights in first. Over in the NFL, we had the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl, so we are now into the offseason for NFL football. And don't look now, but the XFL is happening.
Is this real? Are they bringing it back for a third time?
They are. It's back, and they've been playing. They're playing right now.
Get out of town.
Currently,
is
the
it on
DC,
Fox as usual?
It's on ESPN.
What?
Yeah, the DC Defenders are beating the Seattle Dragons 22-18 right now.
Crazy.
Yeah, and this is opening week because I guess the NFL's over. So right now, the St. Louis Battlehawks, the Arlington Renegades, the Houston Roughnecks are all 1-0. And then the Seattle Dragons and the Defenders are playing, and then the Vipers, I can't even see where that is. What is that? It's the Vegas Vipers, the DC Defenders, the Orlando Guardians, the San Antonio Brahmas.
Like the Brahma Bulls?
Yeah. And then the Seattle Sea Dragons.
Ugh,
those are the teams.
Garbage.
Yeah. The Sea Dragon at least has a cool looking logo, but the DC Defenders is just
it's
D.
Just a D. Yeah.
A star. Like, okay.
Yeah, I remember some of these from previous seasons where they've done stuff like this.
Yeah, so
is it still like AA football, or do they have people from the NFL in it now?
I saw 3 quarterbacks that were like second or third string NFL quarterbacks.
I mean, you might as well if they're going to let you play.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'd rather that because then it's like, oh, I know those guys, and you get to like see them play, and they're probably trying to play to go back to the NFL or something. But that's probably
feel
what
like-
the XFL should do, is be kind of like a minor league system.
Absolutely, that's what they should do. Like, if you're third string QB, you're not going to see any play time. But if you are on a winning team in the XFL, that is good for your prospects of getting picked up by someone.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, one of the guys on the Panthers was a former XFL quarterback, and he beat the Buccaneers. And then he didn't do great after that, but he did beat the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
So,
if anything, I kind of wish that, like, what is Minshew doing besides, like, nothing? Can they make him, like, if Minshew became the best player in the XFL, that would be the most fitting thing in the world.
Oh, it would. He should just go to the XFL. That'd be fun.
I would love for Minshew to be the most dominant player in the XFL. Just, like, destroying everyone. Everyone's like, this guy's amazing, because he has that vibe. He has the vibe of a guy who would, like, walk out of his trailer down to the field. He's parked in the lot of the stadium the entire week beforehand. He walks out of his trailer, walks in, puts his gear on, throws 85 touchdowns, walks back to his trailer, cracks open a beer. Minshew. That's how I imagine.
I agree. That'd be fantastic.
That'd be amazing.
And that's sports.
Okay. What's our fact of the day?
Fact of the day. Fact of the day. Here it is. America's first bank robber deposited the money back into the same bank.
Is this true?
It is true. At the Bank of Philadelphia on August 1st, 1798, a sum of $162,821 was stolen from the vault. There is no sign of forced entry, so it was thought to be an inside job. Patrick Leone was imprisoned as the prime suspect, as he'd been the carpenter that worked on the vault doors. But then they realized a man named Isaac Davis had been depositing large sums of money into the Bank of Philadelphia. It turned out he was one of the robbers involved. In 1799, Leone was freed, and Davis only ended up repaying the money without serving a day in jail.
You know what's amazing about this?
What?
It reminds me of a meme I saw the other day so I looked this guy up online. He literally has painted by John Neagle, Pat Lyon at the Forge, 1829. It's an image of this man, the first bank robber, at work. This dude lives on in infamy as a piece of artwork, right? It reminds me of this meme, and it was, one day, some will think about you for the last time in eternity. You'll be forgotten by the world and the universe. And the response was, not if I eat the Mona Lisa. And I keep thinking about that because that's what this guy did. He literally did something so ridiculous. Everyone now thinks about it. The man has a painting. The man has a painting.
I mean, that's the secret.
That's my favorite quote. Not if I eat the Mona Lisa. I think about all the time. That's this guy.
That's this guy, and that's
He did something so ridiculous. He went to the same bank. He took their money and then went back there like, I'd like to make a deposit. Like, that's amazing.
To be fair, back then, there's no cameras or anything.
True,
right?
True. You just figure, like, the balls on this man. Although there's probably only one bank in his town. Where else was going to take the money?
Yeah, that's...
Oh, it's so funny.
That is funny. But that's your fact of the day.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Las Vegas thieves steal catalytic converter from the Wienermobile.
No, not the Wienermobile.
I know, not the Wienermobile. It's a very German episode. We got the Wienermobile, we got yodeling, and we got the German
Today's
weather.
episode goes out to Germany.
The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile has been dogged by some thieves in Las Vegas. The 27-foot hot dog-shaped vehicle was in Sin City this past week for a series of events tied to the Super Bowl, but early Friday morning, the Wienermobile's catalytic converter was stolen. As a result, the engine could not cut the mustard. Haha. It had to be towed to a local truck rental facility, to the shock of employees. Joseph Rodriguez told the station he was surprised by what he saw when he got to work. A hot dog truck? No way, Rodriguez told KLAS. Imagine like a huge hot dog in the middle of your bay. There's like all these other trucks and you gotta work on this. The crew did a minor repair to fit the Wienermobile with a temporary catalytic converter that allowed it to make a previously scheduled 10 a.m. appearance. However, Rodriguez noted that there's a 4-month waiting list for catalytic converters. Metro Police told KLAS that it has not yet received a theft report, but the hotel where it was parked said its corporate division is investigating. Thefts of catalytic converters, a car part that filters out pollutants, have increased in recent years. According to Los Angeles Times, Toyota Priuses, not novelty meat vehicles, are a typical target as their converters can be resold for more than $1,000.
You know what? I was typing in, why would you steal a catalytic converter? And then you said right there.
Yep. The Wienermobile first hit the road in Chicago in 1936 and has since expanded to a fleet of 6, each traveling about 1,000 a week.
6 Wienermobiles seems like too much.
That's a lot of Wienermobiles.
It just seems like a lot of Wienermobiles. 6?
I agree. Too many wieners.
Too many wieners are out there. Too many wieners are on the road. We got to get them off the road.
Get them off the road. But, you know, that's the big news story of the day.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, the fetching price would be at least $1,000.
But, like, where are you going to sell a Wienermobile catalytic converter?
I guess the catalytic converter on a Wienermobile is the same thing.
Is it, though? I guess.
Yeah.
But why are the Toyota Prius ones more expensive, then?
I guess because there's more Priuses on the road. And so you can sell them to a chop shop. You can sell them to, like, a... Because, you know, you can... And then the dealership or whatever... Not dealership, but, like, the repair guy can mark it up.
Yeah, but you just said they're probably all the same. But obviously they're not all the same if they're targeting one.
Well, it's probably because it's easier or there are more Priuses. I honestly don't know. I've never once thought about the theft of catalytic converters, but I know it's a big issue. Yeah. But I've never been like, yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never thought about it. And now I'm like, if they're stealing the Wienermobiles, they can take anyone's.
First the Wienermobile, then the world.
If the Wienermobile's taken, then that's, you know, nothing's sacred.
Yeah, nothing is sacred anymore. Unbelievable.
Anyway, speaking of nothing sacred, that's it for us. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
Socials, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. All one word. That's where we upload these podcasts to on YouTube. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the bell, all that stuff. Also, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor. All the animations are up over there. You do the same thing over there. And then you can find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify. We're all over. And you can find our main stuff over on youtube.com/Jesse Cox, youtube.com/Crendor, Twitch TV Jesse Cox, Twitch TV Crendor, Patreon Jesse Cox, Patreon Crendor, TikTok Jesse Cox, TikTok Crendor. I saw you put up a TikTok from our thing the other week, and I was in it, and I was like, yo, I was in that.
Yeah. You were.
Instagram, Notorious Cox. Instagram, Crendor was taken. Twitter, Jess Cox. Twitter, Crendor. And youtube.com/Cox Clips. YouTube.com/Cren Clips.
Okay. That's it for us. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you all, as always.
You said that weird.
I was testing. I was waiting to see if you had it with
me up.
I know. To be continued.